Hi everybody, welcome back. So this time at Intro to Engineering, we're going to be going through VLOOKUP function again, but we're going to be going through each individual detail for things that you type in. Now, earlier I said that you have to make sure that whatever you plug in there as the key, that thing you know is unique. Unique in that there's nobody else who has that same key. Just for example, like if everybody had the same car key, like it would be obnoxious because you'd be like, okay, I'm just going to take that person's car because my car key is the same. No, keys have to be unique. Okay, now right here I was trying to figure out the political party of a Chuck. But in this case, I wanted Chuck Schumer. However, it printed out Republican, and Chuck Schumer is a Democrat. Now if I look through here, I see that, oh, there's a Chuck Grassley who's a Republican. And here's the issue. VLOOKUP looks in order. It starts at the top and it goes down. And when it found that first Chuck, it stopped. It said, well, this is good enough. I found Chuck. What political party is Chuck? So I have to change something. I need to figure out a better key. So why don't we use the last name? Because none of these people have the same last name, so that could work. So instead, I'm going to type Schumer here and give it a different piece of information that it knows and see how it works. And it got angry at me. Oh, I hate when it gets angry at me. Look at that. That's not fun. And I put this in bright red. I made this mistake on purpose because I want you to see this. The big important detail here is that the first column of that table you select must always be your key. So if I look at this, I double click it, you can see that I selected the entire table before. If I change it so that last name is my key, I need to either move the last name column to the first, I can rearrange things, or I just need to change that selection from going from B all the way to E to starting at C and going over to E. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to get rid of that. And it says 0. Why does it say 0? 1, 2, 3. And the last little key detail here is how many columns are in my array here? Well, 1, 2. There's 2 columns. So I have to change the number here as well. And it says Democrat. Woo! It works. It's glorious. So what I hope that you learn from this is that your keys have to be unique, and the keys are always in the first column of your data set. If they're not, then you need to make sure that you only select from the first column that is your key over. Everything else to the left of that has to be ignored, or you have to rearrange things. You can do that, just gotta work a little bit harder. Okay. So I'm going to undo all that because I'm mean and I will make sure that you actually do the work and come back to it again. Okay, now let's try another case. Right here we find out there are no unique keys. First name's not unique, last name's not unique, because you can see I want to find the favorite food of Steve Rogers, and there's a Steve McQueen before him. There's also a Fred Rogers, Mr. Rogers. So either way, no matter what I use, it's never going to reach Steve. So I've got to create some new key here, some key that would be unique. In this case, I'm just going to add these two together. I'm going to make it a full name. So instead of Fred and Rogers, I'm going to type, well, it's going to be equal to the first name. And there's a little note here, if you add the and symbol, it will add stuff together. Rogers, okay. Fred Rogers. Now that's not too beautiful there. I probably should have put a space in here. There we go. Fred Rogers. And I can drag that down. As you can see, it went ahead and automatically added a full name to this. Fred Rogers, Steve McQueen, Tony Stark. Now these are unique. No one has the exact same name. You might have the same first name and the same last name, but not the exact same name. So using this, I can change things around a little bit. I'm going to change my selection from going all the way from B to E to going from just D to E, okay. And the second thing I want to change is I'm going to make it, instead of going to column 4, I only have to go to column 2, because there's 1, 2 columns. Hit enter, and it says, well, it didn't work. It's because there is no Steve in here. There's only a Steve Rogers. And there we go. So this shows you how you can take data that is not unique and add it together to make a unique key, like your first and last name. I hope this helped you, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.